In the sprawling, shadowy corners of the internet, a new kind of predator emerged, one that didn't need a physical presence to instill fear and cause chaos. This was the world of ransomware, a particularly nasty form of digital extortion. Imagine, just for a second, one morning you turn on your computer, but instead of your usual desktop, a stark message appears. It tells you all your files, family photos, crucial work documents, the entire digital record of your life or business, are locked away. To get them back, you must pay a hefty sum, usually in untraceable cryptocurrency. Among the many groups that prowled this digital landscape, one name rose to become synonymous with this particular brand of cybercrime: Lockbit. They weren't just another group of hackers, they were a brand, a corporation of crime that operated with a chilling level of professionalism and ruthless efficiency. From their emergence around 2019, they quickly became one of the most prolific and dangerous ransomware gangs on the planet. They crippled businesses, hospitals, government agencies, leaving a trail of digital destruction. For years they seemed untouchable, a ghost in the machine that could strike anywhere at any time. Their operations were shrouded in anonymity, their leaders hidden behind layers of digital misdirection. To understand Lockbit is to understand how crime has evolved in the 21st century, moving from the back alleys to the boundless expanse of the internet. What made Lockbit particularly formidable was their sheer volume of attacks. They weren't just targeting giant multinational corporations, they went after organizations of all sizes. Small businesses, schools, local governments, no one was safe. Their rise was a stark reminder of the fragility of our interconnected world, where a few lines of malicious code could bring powerful institutions to their knees, demanding a ransom to restore a sense of normalcy. At the heart of Lockbit's staggering success was a business model that revolutionized the cybercrime world: ransomware as a service, or RaaS. Think of it like a franchise for criminals. The core Lockbit developers didn't carry out every attack themselves. Instead, they created the malicious software and all the necessary infrastructure, then leased it out to a network of affiliates. These affiliates were the foot soldiers, the ones responsible for breaking into a target's computer network and deploying the ransomware. It was a model that allowed Lockbit to scale its operations at a speed and scope previously unimaginable, turning hacking into a turnkey operation. This RaaS model was devilishly clever. In return for using the Lockbit platform, they would pay a percentage of every ransom they successfully extorted back to the Lockbit developers, typically around 20 to 30%. The payouts were astronomical. Lockbit and its affiliates extorted hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars from their victims worldwide. They operated like a legitimate, albeit malevolent, tech company. They had a support desk for their customers, the affiliates, offering technical help and advice on how to conduct successful attacks. Furthermore, Lockbit refined their tactics to maximize pressure on their victims. It wasn't just about encrypting data anymore. They adopted a double extortion method. Before locking the files, they would steal a copy of the victim's most sensitive data. If the victim refused to pay the ransom for the decryption key, Lockbit would threaten to publish the stolen information on their dark web leak site. This added a new layer of terror for businesses, who now faced not only operational disruption but massive data breaches, regulatory fines, and reputational ruin. The list of Lockbit's victims reads like a who's who of global industry, a testament to their ambition and reach. They showed no allegiance to any country or sector, viewing every organization as a potential source of revenue. One of their most high-profile targets was the UK's Royal Mail. In early 2023, the attack caused severe disruption to its international shipping services, creating a logistical nightmare that lasted for weeks. The group's callousness was perhaps most evident in their repeated targeting of the healthcare sector. Hospitals across the world found their systems frozen, patient records inaccessible, and medical procedures delayed or cancelled. But one attack, in particular, stood out for its sheer heartlessness. In late 2022, Lockbit's software was used to attack the hospital for sick children, sick kids, in Toronto, Canada. This attack on sick kids sparked a rare moment of public relations from the cybercriminals. The core Lockbit group issued an apology. They claimed that one of their affiliates had violated their internal rules, which supposedly forbade attacks on non-profit medical institutions. As a gesture of goodwill, they offered the hospital a decryption tool for free. While the gesture was noted, it did little to repair the damage or change the perception of the group as a ruthless enterprise. Beyond healthcare and logistics, their victims spanned every conceivable industry. Financial firms, law offices, manufacturing plants, technology companies. In the United States, they attacked a subsidiary of Boeing, and in Asia, they went after the world's largest chipmaker, TSMC, through one of its suppliers. Each attack was a reminder that no one was safe. Lockbit's campaign of digital terror demonstrated the profound vulnerability of our interconnected global economy, where a single security lapse could lead to catastrophic financial and operational consequences for even the most powerful organizations on the planet. For years, Lockbit operated with an air of invincibility, taunting law enforcement and victims alike from the safety of the dark web. But, behind the scenes, an unprecedented global police operation was quietly closing in. In February 2024, the digital world awoke to stunning news. A coalition of law enforcement agencies from 10 countries, led by the UK's National Crime Agency, the FBI and Europol, had executed a masterful takedown, dubbed Operation Kronos. They seized control of Lockbit's primary infrastructure, including their notorious data leak site. The takedown was a masterclass in cyber policing. Instead of just taking the site offline, the agencies commandeered it. They replaced Lockbit's usual list of victims with a bold law enforcement declaration, complete with press releases and details of the operation. Authorities announced they had obtained a vast trove of data from Lockbit's servers. The group's source code, details of their victims and, most importantly, a large number of decryption keys. The seizure of these keys was a game-changer for countless victims. Suddenly, there was hope. The NCA and FBI began developing and distributing free decryption tools, allowing businesses and individuals to recover their locked files without paying a penny to the criminals. This action effectively neutered Lockbit's leverage over its existing victims, cutting off a major revenue stream. It was a significant victory, demonstrating that international cooperation could produce tangible results. The operation meticulously dismantled the group's entire criminal enterprise. Authorities didn't just target the main website, they went after the affiliate infrastructure, the servers that hosted stolen data, and the cryptocurrency accounts used to launder the ransom payments. 2 alleged Lockbit affiliates were arrested in Poland and Ukraine, and over 200 cryptocurrency accounts linked to the group were frozen. Operation Kronos was more than just a takedown, it was a complete and systematic dismantling of the world's most harmful ransomware machine. The message to the cybercrime underworld was loud and clear: you are not anonymous, and you are not untouchable.